Invitational just a few days ago, 3-0 as well. So 2 sweeps to then lose 3-1. Both teams have a lot of firepower. This is the game that people have been talking about for the entirety of the Invitational, and we're excited to see what they bring us today. Left to right is going to be the Flames in their home whites with the blue numbers and letters faded toward the wrist with a red trim. The libero wearing the long sleeve red with white numbers and letters, blue trim UIC logo on the front. The visiting Cougars from Chicago State wearing the long sleeve greens with black numbers and letters, white trim, black pants, black shoes, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to volleyball. DeLucci looks back row. Henderson keeps the rally alive. Down, kill, right away, drawing first is Messalina Severino from San Pedro, Dominican Republic. Outstanding set by number 4, Jacqueline Inclon. Oh, excuse me, they gave point to Chicago State. Henderson looking back row. Back set. Not able to close the block point. Cougars. Now we are tied at 1. To serve, Yanlis Feliz. Picked up Ablena. Back set. Not able to get there. Hitting the antenna with Santiago. R1, R2 in line, judges wearing the whites today. Cougars 2-1 lead. Back to serve again is Feliz. Santiago not able to keep it in after the misplay from DeLucci in the back row. I can attest to what we have seen as a turn of events for the Flames. Set their first game, as we talked about yesterday, a 3-0 sweep. Power at the line, forcing Belmont to try to find the line, not able to do so, coming with a 3-0 sweep of Belmont. As we see, Santiago sends that one a bit too far. 3-1 your score, make it a 4-1 for Chicago State. With that being said, though, they started off where they left off in the first set yesterday against the Eastern Eagles. However, what happened in the second, third, and fourth set, 2 out of the 3 calls that we saw yesterday, or excuse me, 2 out of the 3 match points were on a replay at the line. Point goes to UIC. But what ended up happening for the Flames is that a lot of errors. Those errors compounded with a lucky bounce here, a lucky bounce there, and they really got away from their game and had to go for a smaller lineup. We'll see that tall lineup coming in just a bit. Santiago to serve. Picked up clean Calderon. Near side, double block for the Flames, 4-3. Outstanding roof as we see our net cam. Hits the double, drops down. Calderon not able to pick up the pieces. Santiago to serve. Paola Santiago out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, Notre Dame Prep High School. Another point for the Flames, tying it up. What you'll see, though, is DeLucci and Santiago like to play the far antenna and bring it inbound. They have a 3-pronged attack of in, looking for the tool if the slide, if the block comes too close to the middle. Back set, tip over the double, still alive. Henderson, Cull, DeLucci. Chicago State able to get there. Calderon, back bump to keep the rally alive. Free ball, Cull, far side, DeLucci. That one goes to Chicago State. Good net play. So what we have seen from the Flames this whole weekend, and including that of today, outstanding offensive attack, aren't necessarily a strong suit, however, is rebounding. That one goes out of bounds. Point, Flames. They haven't seen the rebound from when the block comes back after a vicious attack. However, they haven't had to do that much, seeing that most of their points come off of outstanding kills. Longer rallies have favored their opponents. in the first 2 games of this UIC Invitational. Looking over the double block, DeLucci. Cull, near side. Henderson hits the tape. That one didn't go over. Point goes Cougar 6-5. Again, if you have a chance to go back and rewatch the ending of yesterday's match versus Eastern Michigan, I've never seen such close replays to decide 2 sets in a row, and that being the game. 7-5 now for Chicago State. Chicago State, after watching them in a few of their past matches, a very loose team, always having fun. Smiles across the board. A lot of confidence with that. Set went a bit too far. Didn't matter. Serve specialist coming into the game now is Wafik. And looks like she will do so also. The 6'10" from Cairo, Egypt, Salma Abelhadi. Again, a force to be reckoned with. Very clear, concise attacks and blocks. Textbook play, dump attempt, nothing there for Inclon. Haven't seen a lot of dump attempts here this weekend. Palm over the double. Ablena, near side. Abelhadi, back row picked up. Joust. High over the double, and that's exactly what is a strength of the UIC Flames. When you have the double attack of Abelhadi along with Oldendorf, or Abelhadi with Garrido, or Abelhadi and Jones right along the middle, you are truly trying to hit around or through a 6'10" block. And what has happened to the benefit of the Flames these past few days, service error, which haunted the Flames in their game yesterday against Eastern. So we'll see how that impacts today. But to go back to my prior topic, was what truly gave many points to UIC was the attack against Abelhadi, trying to hit the top of the fingers and having to go too far, but trying to hit at such a high angle, most of the time it would go sailing. As we saw 2 points ago, 9-7, Cougars with the lead. Quick one set. Return. Wafik, Abelhadi. Abelhadi gets blocked. Wafik near side. DeLucci, was it tipped? It was. DeLucci, outstanding play, as we see on the replay. Wafik right back to DeLucci. Hits the top of the outstretched arm. No support there. DeLucci to serve. Calderon. Back. Ablena not able to get there cleanly. Outstanding set. Jacqueline Inclon from Tucson, Arizona, Ironwood Ridge High School. Able to do an outstanding job on that back set. UIC couldn't adjust. More times than not on the broadcast, Setter's unsung heroes getting that perfect pass. Down, kill, Flames! Checking in now, number 15, Zurara Woodard, middle block, 6'1". Woodard had an outstanding game yesterday, really putting the Flames on her shoulders against the Eagles. Set, almost a triple block, not needed. Far side, Santiago. Back set, still alive. Abelhadi. Abelhadi gets blocked. That one goes just a bit out of bounds. Close on the line. R1 saw it. What's nice is we learned yesterday when the pass goes to Abelhadi, there's not an inherent need for a perfect set, because as we saw yesterday, she had a 10-foot line kill attempt, flat-footed. Set near side through the double. That one broke through. That should be Chicago State, and it is. But again, as we stated yesterday, Abelhadi Had a flat-footed attempt that went straight to the 10-foot line for a Flames point. 1 point lead for the Cougars. Santiago Wafik. Misplay on that. Santiago tried to kick it. 2 point lead again. The significance of a 2 point lead is most of the two of the three sets that UIC lost yesterday, they found themselves more times in that trailing by just 2 and was not able to bridge the gap. Let's see if that picks up today. Santiago back row. Beautiful one-hand stab in the back row by Jones. Ablena Santiago with a directional set. Back set with a block close. It does not. Hits the line judge. Point Chicago State. Coach Ingram may need a timeout soon, 13-10. As we've seen over this weekend, Coach Ingram short leash with the timeouts. Wafik, one attempt. Woodard had a lot of island kills yesterday. That one goes a bit too far. Flames with the point. Checking in, Henderson, call, serve specialist. Feliz had to drop low for that. Ablena passes up, call, back set, Henderson double block, facial. Ablena got hit hard on that one. Saying she's okay, shrugging it off. If we see, might be too close on this go. No, we do see it, bam. Set, far side, double block. Cougars setting up their attack. Call able to be there, Ablena. Near side, Santiago! La Mera Mera! 14-12, Flames within 2. Santiago now with the opportunity to serve, to bring the Flames within 1. Set, near side, double block, still alive. Back set, through and down. Maria Lopez Torres Tapia. Outstanding play on the far side. And we got a timeout on the court. We'll take it with them. 15-12, Cougars lead. UIC Invitational on ESPN+.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
While our UIC campus is quiet, the important work continues. Teaching and learning, caring for patients, discovering treatments and cures, innovation, persevering with determination and grit. The world is changing. The importance of your degree won't. We are the University of Illinois at Chicago for Chicago. Thank you to our students, faculty, staff, doctors, nurses, and all our service providers.
Welcome back to the UIC Invitational. Flames trail by 3 against the Cougars of Chicago State. Crosstown rival. Cougars coming in with an outstanding 6-2 record overall, continuing their winning ways, not having relinquished the lead so far, 2/3 of the way through set number 1. DeLucci. That one goes out of bounds. Woodard sends it a bit far. 4-point lead now. To serve again, Calderon. Calderon sends that one a bit too far. Took a stab at it. Ablana. Back set again. Clean pickup that time by Henderson. 10-foot line, Feliz. Whoa, Nelly! Yanlis Feliz coming up from the 10-foot line, soaring through for the kill. What a recoil. Set near side, over the double, Henderson. Ablana picks up the pieces. Call went for the dump. Back set, through. Boy, oh boy, Jacqueline Inclon is giving a clinic for the back set so far in set number 1. Another timeout on the court for the Flames. But again, Inclon, every time, leans forward, lifts it's seemingly the right leg as if she's going to set forward, and at the very last second, flips the wrist, goes back. Flame defenders aren't able to cross in time. And boy, oh boy, time and time again, we have seen outstanding setting by Inclon. That might be some of the best setting I've seen this weekend. While we have a moment, we want to remind everybody the Horizon League is comprised of 12 public and private institutions located in some of the largest cities in the country, including 10 schools in the top 70 media markets. To learn more, visit horizonleague.com. As we show Coach Ingram there, coaching adjustment is you got to now start preparing for Inclon and that insanely deceptive back set. Because if you don't, it is going to be a long afternoon here in Chicago. A lot of home and away fans, of course. Chicago State just a hop, skip, and a jump away here. Over the middle, Oldendorf, boom, 18-14. Much needed coach's point for the Flames to get Abelhadi back into the game, and Wafik, the serve specialist. Again, we talked about Wafik yesterday. Playing with fire, pun intended, as she is able to line drive most of her serves right at the top of the tape, as you see there. Had 2 tape aces yesterday. Double block! Abelhadi, you shall not pass. But we talked about playing with fire with Feek. Another thing that happened, though, is a few service errors. So let's see what happens here. That last one hit the tape. That one drops over. Big dig, Feliz. Over the double. Santiago not able to get there. Rafika not able to drop back. Try to converge on the double block. 15-19, 4-point lead still for Chicago State. UIC needs some 2-for-1s to catch up in set number 1. Otherwise, Chicago State's going to continue on their winning ways. Wafik to Abelhadi. Abelhadi down. Abelhadi kill. Bang, bang. 16-19 Flames. Again, recoil up, recoil down. Said it before, I'll say it again. You can't teach height and proper mechanics. Pulls it over the ear, brings it down, double block, point. Cougars. Cougars have a very locked and loaded approach, as you see. Not a lot of stiffness, a lot of movement, a lot of motion. Players always on their toes. That gives them a 4-point lead. 5 away from set 1. Ablana to Santiago. Feliz on the spot. Back to Feliz. Might be a joust at the net. Hits the antenna. Point Chicago State. Will this be the second timeout? It is. Another timeout. As we see the Cougars now, 21-16. Clear, concise attack. As we said, feet always shuffling. That's what sets up such an effective slide attack. for Coach Trifonov. Lots of smiles, loose play. You know, so when you look at the situation of what has transpired here today, the Cougars, a lot of communication in the back row. The setting from incline has been absolutely textbook. I myself now am more times than not just assuming they're going to do the back slide attack because it has been so effective. It's spreading the Flames thin on the front. Not enough gap coverage in the back row. They're at 4 points away from set 1 victory. Again, not a lot of tension with the Cougars. It's how the Flames were playing in their first game yesterday. Let's see what they can do now. You know, again, what I've liked as well from the Cougars thus far, which brought them to a 6-2 record, is they haven't needed any one player to lead the charge. Everybody's contributing in their own way. Very team effort, team approach. Santiago sets back, 10-foot line. DeLucci just has to set over on the free. 10-foot line again, just a set for DeLucci. They got to set something up. Feliz, Santiago, Wafik, decoy, Santiago again. They're saying double hit called on the Cougars, so a gimme point for the Flames. Back to serve Oldendorf, one of the leaders for their historic 13-1 spring season. Feliz with it clean, incline. Back to Feliz, incline. Feliz, double block, but that one goes out of bounds. Point goes Cougars. Abelhadi was on the spot, but ricocheted about 1.5 feet outside the line. We're at 22-17. A lot of support from the bench of Chicago State. Short bench, 5 players at the helm. Santiago over the double. Jones was there. Self-preservation from Oblena. Flames reeling, Cougars on cruise control. 23-17, 2 more points. Wafik to Abelhadi. No self-preservation there for Jones. Was coming at the neck. She threw the hands up, reactionary. What I like to see so far for Chicago State, though, as well, is every time Coach Trifonov has a comment for the team, nodding their head, accepting the coaching. Not always easy to accept coaching. Hitting it into the antenna, hitting it to the top of the tape. Coach Trifonov taking a timeout now. 23-19, few points there for the Flames, but I think Coach Trifonov wants to tell the squad, hey, we need 2 points to get out of set 1 with a convincing victory. Let's not play sloppy here. Let's just finish what we started, finish what we're doing, and move on to set number 2 here without any hesitation. Again, something for those of you watching at home have noticed, not only is it a short bench for Chicago State, but a very short rotation as well. Flames really playing progressively, a lot of rotations, a lot of substitutions. Cougars are saying, well, we got a shorter bench, put players in a position to succeed, and we'll go from there. I want to thank everybody for joining us again on this September 11th. We'll never forget, 20 years ago, to serve the Auburn transfer, Morgan Cull from St. Charles East. Hop serve with the left, Calderon. Decoy. DeLucci able to get a clean call, far side, Santiago back and in. Again, we talked about what happened to the Flames yesterday. It's just continuing here today. Textbook play by the Cougars. They're 1 point away from set 1 point. When you play so textbook as it looks like we have an official replay. Again, as we discussed, it happened quite often with the Cougars, with the Flames yesterday. But also I take the approach of the mindset of Coach Ingram in that you might as well use the review. You have it. If you don't use it, you lose it. A point's a point. Yeah, it looks like the antenna wasn't touched. Stayed in bounds if they go to one of the baseline cameras. R2 calling to R1. Oh, they're giving the point to the Flames. Looks like they called contact on the net. All right, so again, well-used review. You may not use that review if it's, a 13-10 score, but when you're 1 point away from a set, might as well use it. Really appreciate the inclusion of the replay technology. Again, it's there. Let's use it. Dump attempt. What a beautiful dump. Jacqueline Inclon dumped the truck. My goodness. Outstanding attempt. Didn't see it much in the early going of the UIC Invitational. When used, not much can stop it, especially while you're adjusting to step and attack. It's one thing if you use the dump and the team, your opponent has a lead and they can maybe keep one player back in the area to avoid that. That one drops down. Point, Flames. Still a little bit of life, 24-21. I know one of the best players I've personally seen in my career is former DePaul volleyball player and Cary Grove product, Colleen Smith. Could write a clinic on the proper left-hand dump. That one goes out of bounds. Service error. 25-21 is how set 1 is going to end. Cougars come in, picking up where they left off. When we come back, set number 2 of the UIC Invitational on ESPN+. Welcome back to the UIC Invitational on ESPN Plus this September 11th. Yours truly, Pete Ferrari, bringing you the action. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. The Cougars 6-2 overall, trying to make it 7-2. Started off where they left off yesterday, a 3-0 sweep and a 3-1 victory in their first two games of the UIC Invitational. Already have their first set. Leading the way was Janlis Feliz with 5 kills out of 10 attempts. Almeida with 3, Lopez Torres Tapia with 3 as well, 13 kills for Chicago State. Some blocks helped out the way as well for Chicago State, with Tapia and Severino getting 2 blocks apiece with 4 total. UIC leading the way on the kill attempts was Adelhadi with 3, Oldendorf with 3, and Santiago with 3. 6 assists apiece for Rafiq and Kull. 33 attempts for Inklong, 11 assists overall. Again, just a outstanding play for Inklon. We talked about that stat line, and I don't know what else you can ask for. Chicago State hitting at a 194 clip, 14 for 21 on the side outs. 6 errors, UIC with 7 errors. As we are back underway, Wafiq serve specialist. Near side, double block! Step it! 1-0 Flames. Flames bench getting into it. That one hits the antenna. Point goes Flames, 2-0. Wafiq, again, arguably the serve specialist for UIC, along with Kull. That is an ace! Ace is the place, 3-0 Flames. What a hot start for UIC. That's exactly what you want to see. Spreading the attack. And that one goes into the net. Feast or famine, it seems. But 3 quick points is what you want to see. As Chicago State trails by 2, but back to serve is Inklon. Santiago Calderon gets the return. Misplay on the 1. Wafiq said she was calling for 2. Calderon thought it was a 1. Either way, Chicago State now within 1. Far side, Abelhadi. Double block. Wafiq sends it back to DeLucci. Just like that, Chicago State ties it back up at 3. Inklon to serve again. The 5'10" grad student from Tucson, Arizona. Very long attack on the serve for Inklon. And just like that, it's a 4-0 rally for the Cougars, coming off a 3-0 hot start for the Flames. Inklon to serve. Decoy, Abelhadi, that one stays in. Much needed point for the Flames. We talk about the range of upper versus lower classmen. Chicago State, quite a few juniors on the squad and grad students. UIC, 1 senior, 1 grad student. Rest freshmen and sophomores. Down, kill, Feliz. I'm gonna wreck it. 5-4. Back row, DeLucci. That one sails a bit too far. So again, what we saw was her three-pronged attack yesterday. Is if the block went too close to the antenna, she pulled it to that near side and was able to get it down time and time again. The second one was if they came too far inside on the block, she played for the tool. And then the third, that one hits the antenna. But the third was that if it was a spread out block attempt, she'd just tip it right over the top. So seeing that one of those attacks is not quite being effective here today really affects the point differential. Back to serve for the first time this afternoon, one of the serve specialists, number 23, Amelia Sunga. Sunga hop serve. That one goes out of bounds, no tip. Tied back at 6. Flames able to keep up here in set number 2. Chicago State came to play. Hop serve. Near side for Jones. DeLucci. DeLucci down. DeLucci kill. Is it the shoes? 7-6 your score. An ace for Sunga. Hey, it's okay to say you're welcome. Timeout on the court. Flames leave 8-6 at the UIC Invitational on ESPN+.
UI Health takes pride in serving Chicago. We're in your neighborhoods, providing care closer to home because we're committed to keeping our communities healthy. And that commitment starts with a healthier you. It's more than a prescription or procedure. It's a healthcare team taking the time to listen. As partners in your health, understanding your needs is the first step in providing the personalized care you deserve. UI Health, changing medicine for good.
If you're looking to lower your mortgage payment or buy a home, Credit Union One is offering historically low rates on refinance and new home purchases. Right now, you can get pre-approved in 1 day on a fixed-rate mortgage. Rates have never been this low, so now is the time. Don't wait. Conventional and jumbo rates are available. Call or apply online today and be sure to ask about our $400 credit on closing costs. Credit Union One. Better banking for all of us.
Welcome back. Sunga, one of the serve specialists for UIC, doing an outstanding job. Back set here to keep it alive. Or are they saying it hit the ground? Oh, they're saying double hit on the Flames. I was wondering what that whistle was for. R1 on the spot. Back to serve. Calderon. Tip over the double. Oh, good play by Feliz. Even though it's a free ball, keep the rally going. Abelhadi still alive, right elbow Amedia. Back set, Abelhadi. Calderon, far side. That one goes far anyway. Point goes Flames. I believe we're having a challenge. Official challenge for the Cougars. So waiting to see, wasn't able, again, everybody for safety precautions, being masked, wasn't able to see what they are looking for. But as we see here now, was there a net touch? I believe that's going to go the way of the Cougars. I believe left arm, it seems. Looks like Santiago, or it actually might be DeLucci on the far side. Yeah, I believe DeLucci, left arm, hit the net. This should be a quick one. R2 goes back. There it is. DeLucci. We're all tied up. Both replays successful. Far side tip over, tip back. Abelhadi not able to get there. That is something to keep in mind if you attack toward the area of Abelhadi. You're not going to break through the 6'10" block. But not able to get low if needed. Double block, Calderon on the spot. Dump attempt. Oblena able to be there. Oblena made a tweaked of ankle. Point goes Flames. Calderon not able to get there. Oblena did a little bit of a hop. You know, we talk about the height, something I like to mention as Sunga checks into the game is that between the 6'10" Abelhadi and the 5-foot-tall Sunga twins, one of the biggest height differentials of teammates in NCAA Division I this season. Set, 10-foot line. Oblena not able to get there. Again, I could be mistaken, but it looks like she's favoring one of the ankles. Maybe she's just trying to reestablish a grip right now, but that's two in a row. I've seen a bit of hesitation. Call into the game for setting purposes. Oblena, call. DeLucci has to side bump. Dump attempt, back row, Santiago's there. Decoy one, DeLucci, blocked! No. Cougars lead by 2, 9-11. Hop serve. Call. Good pass to DeLucci. That hits the antenna. Flames get the point. Good play by Call on that set. DeLucci to serve. Back set, high off the double. Decoy, DeLucci, Feliz right there. Jones. DeLucci, Calderon. Feliz at the 10-foot line. Dump attempt, Call. That one stays in. Morgan, Call. Anything you can do, I can do better. Left hand dump, sending it back. She knew. Look at that. Outstanding with the left hand as well. Set up with both, pulled down the right, flicked over with the left. 12-10 your score. Flames still trail by 2. Slide attack. That one stays in bounds. Point Woodard. Flames within 1. Set serve Oblena. Calderon low. Near side Feliz. Oblena. Santiago. Jones. Setting up the attack. That one goes far. It looks like we do have a substitution. Severino checking in for Calderon. One of the few substitutions you see the Cougars make. Almeida. Looking back row. Dump attempt. That one just goes a bit far by Call. Smart attempt. It was there. Wide open spaces. Wasn't able to drop that time. 14-11, 3-point lead for the Cougars. No fault in that because, again, the opportunity was there. Hop serve Almeida. Sunga, Call. Santiago. Double block. Flames say nay. Almeida checks out. Calderon back in. Call. Hits off the tape. Oh, tape ace for the Flames. Take a point any way you can. Point's a point. Left hand, call. Call with some flair here in this second set. Near side, Feliz Ablena. Santiago down. Santiago kill. Mil Muertas. 14-14, we're tied. Feliz will be a joust. Nope, setting up the attack for the Flames. Back set, Abelhadi. Abelhadi down. Abelhadi kill. Graveyard to the back row. 15-14, timeout. Flames had a deficit not only in the first, but here in the second. Able to claw their way back again. We recall the beginning of the second set was 3-0 Flames, 4-0. Then it was a 4-point rally for the Cougars to make it 4-3, and it's been back and forth ever since. While we have a moment, we want to remind everybody the Horizon League is comprised of 12 institutions that are committed to safe competition for student athletes, coaches, administrators, and fans, while also helping to ensure and provide support for the health and wellness of over 3,000 student athletes. To learn more, visit horizonleague.com. Smart timeout there by Coach Trivanov and his coaching staff here in his second season. It's not often at the D1 level you see such a, not necessarily short bench as much as a short rotation. But the Cougars, regardless, it works. Flames deep bench, deep rotation. Not many players for the Flames not seeing the court so far today. 15-14 your score. Santiago, that one stays in. Good coach's point for the Cougars. Boy, that was going to be close. You know, again, I don't want to say, it's a 50-50 call because it truly is a 50-50 call, but at the end of the day, you have to sit and say to yourself, depends on what coach's prowess is. Santiago, that one goes out of, they're calling a tip, point Flames. Flames back in the lead, but the reason I mentioned that, I have seen plenty of collegiate or high school coaches. Half of them say, close to the line, let it go. Half of them say, in a service error for Santiago. The other half I've heard to say, close to, anything that's close, put it in play. So truly, I have seen it both ways, as we are now 16-16 tied up here in the second. Shu being tied. Hop serve. One attempt. Oh, good play. Oh, it just hits the antenna. Good play by both. Really, the Cougars taking their stabs at it. As we see, it's all about composure. If you're flailing around, if you're not composed, if you're not, truly focused on the surroundings of who you are and who is around you, you're not able to even attempt to keep it alive as such. Cougars have really shown that resolve here in their two sets. Joust at the net. Back bump. Tapia. Tool. Bust out the chainsaw. 17-17. Again, as we have said so far today, Cougars playing loose. I do see R2 this time having a conversation with Coach Ingram. As we see R2 now approaching R1. I want to remind everybody as their conversation happens, follow along with all of your UIC athletics at uicflames.com. Also, follow the volleyball team on social media, Facebook, UIC Volleyball, Twitter at UIC_volleyball, and over on the gram at UIC_volleyball as well. As the R2 and R1 are still conversing to go through some of the future games for the UIC Flames. They have a few days off here. 6 days from now, they head up north, Northwestern, then taking on the 18th Loyola and DePaul, followed by an away game at IUPUI, then at Purdue-Fort Wayne. They're back home the 28th of this month against Green Bay. That game, of course, will be brought to you as well on behalf of the UIC Flames, as we still see a continued conversation between the R2 and the R1. Again, not quite sure what the conversation is about. But Coach Ingram wanting something to be addressed, which is fine. Coach in his 5th year, a 1995 grad of Iowa State, the Cyclones, 71-44 overall record coming into this season at UIC. Okay, now they're calling the tip. And let's see if now that is going to be an official review. So a lot of conversation here today. Next week, we talked about the next games for UIC. That is part of the Chicagoland Challenge hosted by Northwestern. We talked about the turnover from last year to this year with UIC having a 13-1 regular season record. They had 4 new players on their roster this year, in addition to the 5th player making her Flames debut as a redshirt. Newer players was Kayana Jones, Jacqueline Robinson, Salma Abelhadi, and sophomore transfer Grace Zambrano from Chicago State. As we now see the replay, we're waiting to see the tip. So as we do see, they're waiting to see earlier. I have now picked up, based on the replay in front of us, if Chicago State, and it does look like some fingers went back, meaning they might be looking for the 4-hit called, in which case, I believe what is trying to be said is if Chicago State is the one that brought it back onto their side, that would be hit 1. 2 would have been the bump, 3 the set, 4 the kill. They're giving point to the Flames. So for that very reason, it took me a second to figure that out, so I appreciate your patience at home watching along with us on ESPN+. Now Coach Trivanov not quite happy with the call, but again, as we have seen, efficient use of the replay, and as you saw there with the set from Inclon, 2 out of her 4 outstretched fingers did bend back, thus resulting in that coming up on the side of the Cougars, setting it up to then ultimately be 4 hits. But a two-point advantage, absolutely key for the Flames. Now Coach Trivanov having a conversation with the R2, and they're saying between the bend of the fingers, was it then bend of the fingers pushed back, bend of the fingers down, push into the bend of the fingers? Very close call. What we have seen here this weekend for this UIC Invitational is truly a situation where whatever the call on the court is, usually they've kept it. So the fact that they didn't at this circumstance, a little surprising, but again, you saw the bend of the fingers. 18-16 your call. Now clear to get back under action. We appreciate you being with us. Decoy, far side. That's tip 2, Flames. Flames now at a 3-point lead. You could tell Coach Trivanov getting in the ear a bit of the R2. Hop serve. Sunga. Double block. Stab at it, still alive, Feliz. One attempt, Calderon. Not it, she was down on the spot. We do have a substitution. 20-16. Checking into the game, number 7. Laura Ishaliski, outside hitting from Bogota, Colombia. And they go right at her. Back set, hit into the net. I don't believe that was hit. Decoy. And now they're going to point to the Cougars. Are we going to see another replay at this point? Coach Ingram having a conversation with the R2. He sees what I possibly could have seen is a 4-hit called on that circumstance. Because again, based on what my vantage point up here in the rafters is that, and now there is another challenge. So with that being said, the reason I'm mentioning that is from my vantage point, again, I'm in the upper rafters with a favorable view toward the Cougars side of the net. It does look to me as that it hit the tape and bounced back, thus resulting in what could be a 4-hit call. But again, that's why we have the net cam. As we are going to that here on the replay, we'll take it back for a moment. 20-17 here at the UIC Invitational. As they keep bringing it back. Cougars already leave 1-0 against the Flames. Let's see if this is the call they're talking about, or if it's before that. I believe we're getting close to what they are discussing. Again, that's close. We might need all camera angles on this one. Here we go straight from the Chicago State side. It does look like that was not touched. Actually, it looks like it might have actually, from this angle, gone off the right forearm of a Flame. If we look at the net angle again, look at the right forearm of Woodard. Right here. Yeah, that looks like it does actually cross the threshold, hits both. I think they keep call as stands. 20-17 your score. R2 getting the work cut out for him today. Waiting to see where this claw goes. Here on this Saturday afternoon in Chicago. And they're giving a point to Chicago State. Stays as is. Coach Ingram has really had challenges so close, but again, that's the reason for said challenge. 20-17 your score. Ablana checks back in. 3-point lead for the home Flames nonetheless. If it went the other way, it could have absolutely been a backbreaker here in set 2. Calderon set serve. Decoy, Abelhadi. And that might go too far, and it does. 21-17 Flames. So it seems so far in the two that have been fairly close for the Flames, that back corner and the one that was near side by the perch of the R1. Flames are more hesitant to go for it if there's a chance of it going out. Abigail Sunga to serve. Near side, we got a whistle. Double hit called on Chicago State. 22-17 your score. Sunga. Side bump Feliz. Still alive. That actually does hit the R1. 23-17. Home Flames 2 points away from their first set victory. Sunga serves, and a service error. Cougars still in it. Getting the all clear to serve is Tapia. Call. Woodard. No lift called. Call far side, DeLucci. That one goes out of bounds. 2 out of bounds in a row. 23-19. R1 gives the clearance for Tapia. Santiago to call. DeLucci. That one goes out of bounds. 24-19, set 2 point. DeLucci set serve. That one goes out of bounds, another service error. 2 out of the past 3 points for the visiting Cougars have been service errors. 24-20. Can the Cougars rattle 4 more? Oblena. Santiago out of bounds. That's another one. 3 more needed. Serving for the Cougars. Elite Sestigi. DeLucci not able to get there. 24-22. Elite Sestigi. Call back set. Near side. Another point for the Cougars. 24-23. Timeout, Flames. Can the Cougars come back? What a play. See, that just shows you the resolve that the Cougars have, and not only the resolve, but the patience and approach and the confidence they have in themselves and each other. Being down, knowing they had to rally, and not even a 2-for-1, but flat out needed a few in a row. They're 1 point away from getting where they need to go and forcing extras. 24-23 your score. Again, Cougars coming off a sweep and a 3-1 victory yesterday in their 2 matches. Today already taking set 1, 25-21. A few close calls, replays used, benefiting both teams thus far. We'll take a brief timeout after set 2 before we come back for set 3. We know you have a lot to watch, listen to, view, and go this afternoon. So for those of us joining, thank you. UIC has definitely provided some close matches yesterday evening and this afternoon. Elite Sestigi needing 1 more for bonus. Far side, Santiago blocked. Oblena back to Santiago. 1 attempt tipped over. Oblena. Call. DeLucci. Calderon. Double hit called. Oh, it looks like we're going to get another challenge. We have an official review again. Official review, again, as we have talked about, you have it, use it, especially when 1 point is the difference between a victory in a set and not. In this circumstance, we'll watch it with them. Outstanding camera work and directing today. So they're saying, I believe they're saying double hit called. So we have a tip from Chicago State. I don't want to say that's going to be tough to reverse. I believe they call it on the libero. As we look from our main cam, or are they saying net was double hit? Let's review here. Ablana laying out. Call up. Let's see if they maybe called this the double hit. I didn't see anything hit the net, and I didn't necessarily see a double. Let's see if we'll be tied at 24 or if call will stand 25-23. And they're keeping the point for the Flames, 25-23. Is how things are going to end. We'll call a timeout. We'll be back. Set 3 action, UIC Invitational on ESPN+. We're tied at 1 set apiece at the UIC Invitational here at the Flames Athletic Center in Chicago, Illinois. Thank you for being with us this September 11th. Peter Ferrari with you on the call. A close ending to set number 2 as there was a needed replay, multiple replays throughout the set, but the set ended with a replay. Call stood as it was on the court with the point going to the Flames. Nonetheless, as we talked about, a short rotation, only 7 to 8 players being used by Chicago State on a regular basis. We look at some of the numbers here in set number 2. 6 kills by Chicago State, 3 errors. UIC, nope, not a mirror, same. 14 kills, 7 errors in both set 1 and set 2. 175% in set 1, 179 in set number 2 for UIC. Chicago State dropped from a 194 to 120 kill percentage on their attacks between set 1 and set 2. Again, Chicago State 25-21 in set 1. UIC took set 2 25 to 23. Multiple reviews needed for both teams. R2 Paul Albright, getting a lot of work. Earfuls from both teams and multiple reviews. R1 today is Inga Rizuko. She actually got hit with a free ball at one point. Assists, though, 14 assists for Inclon, but Morgan Call playing most of set 2, up to 19 assists. DeLucci up to 7 digs, Ablena with 6. Feliz with 7 digs, 8 for Jones. And as the clock ticks down, tied at 1 set apiece. Intrigued to see how things transpire here, as was a fairly decisive victory in set 1 for Chicago State. Back and forth was set 2. But again, at one point, Chicago State was trailing 23-19 in set 2, brought it back to 24-23. Nonetheless, we're excited to get underway in set number 2, UIC in the home whites. Blue trim, blue shorts. Chicago State with visiting greens. Back to serve, one of the serve specialists for UIC and standout setter, Jacqueline Inclon. And we're underway in set number 2. A block. Abelhadi trying to get back into position. Dump attempt. Oh, good dump attempt by Chicago State. We saw a call with 1 successful, 1 failed attempt on the dump in set number 1. Inclon with a successful one in set number 1. And here we are with the hop serve. DeLucci, down, kill, tied at 1. Life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. Oldendorf to serve. Service error. Gimme point. Feliz now to serve. Tip over, finding the island. Zariah Woodard. Outstanding job. She did that multiple times in the matches yesterday. First time I've seen it attempted here today. Flame serve. Tapia. Decoy, Santiago, going out of bounds. Excuse me, that was DeLucci. Santiago got out of the way. Sunga serves. Calderon goes back row to Santiago. Call, back set, slide. One over the middle! Set 3-3. Andrea Calderon once again to serve. Out of Puerano Chino Juan, the 23rd high school. That hit off the tip. Point Chicago State. 4-3 Cougars. Tried to drop it in with the teardrop serve, not able to do so. Coach Trivanov wasn't happy with that choice. Nonetheless, tied at 4. Call far side, Santiago. That one drops down in between 4 Cougars. One kill, Almeida. 5-5. Outstanding job right at the net. Call to Santiago. Tapia there. Blocked back. All 6 Cougars were at the 10-foot line. Ablea to serve. Santiago. Calderon. 1 down, kill, Oldendorf, boom. Seven 5. Flames lead by 2. Good net presence by UIC. We have a timeout by Chicago State. Trailing by 3. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the continuation of set 3 on ESPN+.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
While our UIC campus is quiet, the important work continues. Teaching and learning, caring for patients, discovering treatments and cures, innovation, persevering with determination and grit. The world is changing. The importance of your degree won't. We are the University of Illinois at Chicago for Chicago. Thank you to our students, faculty, staff, doctors, nurses, and all our service providers.
8-5 your score. The visiting Cougars trail by 3 after a resounding win in set number 1. Close defeat in set number 2, leading us here to set number 3. Ablea serves. Santiago back, bumps to DeLucci, to Tapia. Hard attempt, back row, still alive. Inclon, Feliz couldn't find it. Santiago high off the tip. Players spread out that time for the Cougars. Ablea not able to get there. Almeida with the kill. 2-point deficit now for the visiting Cougars of Chicago State. Back set on the slide. They can call a lift. Double hit. Far side, Santiago. Good job by Incline again. Double block, just goes inches out of bounds. Abahati now checks in. Left hand to call. Misplay on the pass. Haven't seen a lot of Wafik from set number 1, something to keep an eye on. Call, set, serve, left hand. Decoy, Feliz gets double blocked. Double hit called. On the Flames. Substitution checking in Severino. Again, that short rotation. Almeida to serve. Near side. Good job on the free by Chicago State. Santiago! Break the walls down! 11-8. Up serve Santiago. Service error. Incline now, setting specialist. Incline near side, Feliz. Self-preservation still alive. Santiago to DeLucci. That stays in bounds. Calderon thought that one went a bit too far. The line judge, though, was, however, right there. Incline back set. Feliz gets roofed. For all of your roofing needs, go to DeLucci and Associates. Return favor Cougars Severino. 13-10, home lead for the Flames. Quick set. Breaking through. Cougars with the kill. Good placement by Chicago State. All you can say. Feliz serves, hits the tape. Far side, DeLucci. Calderon found it. Ten-foot line, Feliz. Call traces it down to Ablana DeLucci. DeLucci with another kill. Break it, break it, break it down, 14-11. Misplay on the tip, still alive. Far side, DeLucci. Point, Cougars. Bounce right back in the face of DeLucci. Cougars within 2. Calderon. 10-foot Santiago. Feliz keeps it alive. Feliz wants it back. That one hits the net. DeLucci. Testing Feliz. Joust. And point's going to go to the Flames. Might need a timeout. And there it is, 16-12. As we see from the net cam. Call went right to the Flames of UIC. Again, with the way sets 3 and 4 went yesterday for the Flames against Eastern Michigan, carrying over to set 1 of how things went against Chicago State, it had everything on the wall that it could possibly be a sweep. It was not. As we look ahead for your hashtagging, the hashtag 1HL working group is comprised of student athletes from all 12 institutions, built on the notion that all those schools and student athletes compete against each other by working together through a commitment to stewardship and respect. The league can create meaningful and impactful change. Learn more at horizonleague.com/1HL or by searching hashtag 1HL. 16-12 your score. Chicago State 6-2 overall on the season. Won both games they have played yesterday in the UIC Invitational. Came out convincing in set number 1, 25-21. DeLucci serves. Almost roared back in set number 2. Set 3 trails by 4. Santiago wants it. Feliz sends it into the net, not able to get there in time. Alish Tasigi. DeLucci, Calderon. Can Chicago State find a way? That one goes in. Point goes to the Cougars. Much needed. Lisa Stigi just getting that far side. Santiago to Feliz. Incline, Elise Stigi again. Elise Stigi. Kill. Silencio Bruno. 17-14. Service error. Coach Trivanov just shrugs his shoulders. One of the hardest things about volleyball is coming back from a gimme point. Let's see what Chicago State can do. Trailing now by 4. Kill, kill, kill. Almeida, fool me once, shame on you. Look at this. Bounces right back. Finds the gap, finds the 2 Flames still on the court from where they did the dig. Absolute stellar play. Back attempt, that one goes out of bounds. No tip there by Feliz. Cougars have found their way to get back into this one, down by 2. As we saw set number 2. And we have a timeout on the court for the Flames of UIC to try to stop that momentum that has been displayed by Chicago State. For the Chicago State fans, as we look ahead on their schedule, after today, they got a few days. On the 16th, they play Ole Miss, followed by a game at Indiana University, Alabama A&M as well. In 2 weeks, they're at Seattle University, then California Baptist. They finish the month at Utah Valley University. They start next month against Dixie State, followed by on the 7th of October, New Mexico State University, and then GCU, October 9th. Chicago State clawed back in set number 2 to almost force extras based on a close call. Set 2 ended 25 to 23. Elite Sasiji with the serve. Call not able to get there. Chicago State takes away the coach's point within 1 in set number 3. Elite Sastigi serves again. Flames able to hunt it down to keep the free ball alive. Incline, dump! D to the U to the M to the P. We're tied at 18. Nothing UIC could do. They were not ready for that. Santiago gets the point right back. Much needed point for the Flames. Abel Hadi now checks in. They need more help at that front line. That's coming in right now. Easel CG checks out for Nyla Jones. Left-hand call. Point's going to go to the Flames. 2018. 2 in a row now for the Flames after being tied at 18. Flames only lead by 1. Cougars within 120 to 19. What an outstanding afternoon of volleyball. Bump far side, Abel Hadi. Feliz able to get it. Back to Feliz. Call. And it looks like we have an injury on the court. Santiago is down and grimacing. Let's hope she's okay. Not sure if it was a off-play injury. Again, 20 to 19 your score. Paola Santiago back on her feet. One of the senior leaders from San Juan for this team. Looks like she's shaking it off. Not sure if she's going to stay in or not. And she's going to stay in. And then it's going to be a timeout for the Flames. So glad that she's okay. Flames going to take that timeout 1 point lead only here in the third. R2 right now is talking to the referees because I believe, or excuse me, R2 is talking to Coach Trivanov and Breitbarth because I feel that possibly they were like, well, you know, maybe a point could have gone our way before the timeout was needed, or, you know, the rally stopped. Injuries you always have to be careful with. As we mentioned earlier, Horizon League safety and wellness more important than a point. As we talk about the Flames, we talked about the height differential, but we were talking about the international flavor for that of visiting Cougars. But the diverse lineup has 4 different countries for UIC, including that of the United States, and 5 different players who reside outside of the United States. Abel Hadi and Wafik are both from Egypt, 2 from Argentina, and Delucci and Garrido. Garrido hasn't seen the court here today. A lot of playtime yesterday. And Santiago, the aforementioned player, coming back from an injury from Puerto Rico. 5 international players joined the 12 from 4 different states, being that Minnesota, Nevada, California, and Illinois. Hop serve to the back row. 1 attempt. That's all she needs. Oldendorf extends the lead back to 2. Checking in, Henderson. Looks like Henderson's going to go back to be one of the serve specialists. And since that service error, Wafik hasn't really seen the court. Shorter bench here today, as Santiago is able to check out. And a service error. Santiago coming to check back in. But for the reason it seems that Wafik hasn't seen the court, Henderson does the same. Gimme point to Chicago State. Chicago State doesn't necessarily need the help as they earn each and every one of their points thus far. Now trailing by 1. Inclon. Call Abelhadi having a bump. Rarity for her. 1 attempt. Abelhadi blocks. Far side Tapia. Point. Flames. Coach Ingram upset. Not sure if it's with a player or the call. Folks, we're tied at 21 in set number 3. Inclon. Santiago. Delucci. Delucci breaks through, hits 2 shoulders for the Cougars. Coach Trivanov shrugging again, telling his players, don't wave the arms, keep them where they're supposed to be. Keep them locked in. Sunga. Feliz. Inclon back to Feliz. Beautiful play by Feliz. Santiago to pick up the pieces. Delucci! One of the few times Chicago State is flat-footed. Delucci caught him off balance, 23-21. Two points away from taking set number 2 are the Flames. Sunga. Miscommunication by Chicago State. Delucci over the top. Back set, Feliz. Delucci wants it again. Sunga. 1. Calderon. Tapia. Duck. Point. We are ready for the conclusion of set number 2. Flames are 1 point away. Smart play by Delucci. Duck, duck, goose on that one. Sunga needing 1. Feliz. Inclon with the dump attempt. They're able to pick up the pieces. Far side, Delucci. Calderon with a beautiful dig. Far side. Is there going to be a tip? Yes, there was. 24-22. Looks like things are going to end right where they picked off in set number 2. Checking in for the offensive prowess, Elite Stigi. Tip back, what are they gonna call? Point Chicago State. UIC only leads by 1. Folks, it's the exact same spot we were in last time. Feliz. Back set, Abelhadi. Abelhadi takes home set number 3. The exact same score as set number 2, 25-23. Will the Flames finish out the UIC Invitational on a high note, or the Cougars send it to 5? We'll find out on ESPN. Welcome back to the Windy City as we have crosstown rivals, the Cougars of Chicago State, trailing 2-1 against the home Flames of UIC. Thank you for being here with us this afternoon. Peter Ferrari on the call. Outstanding crew, Tim, Michael, and the rest of the gang here today, bringing you all the action behind the board and behind the cameras on this sunny Saturday afternoon. Both the second and third set coming down to a decisive 25-23 call. Set number 2 having ended on a replay. We look at some of the numbers. 16 kills for Chicago State in set number 3, their most out of all 3 sets thus far. UIC 14-14 in sets 1 and 2, up to 15 in set number 3, but UIC's attack percentage skyrocketed to 361. So did Chicago State's at a 268 clip. Leading the way is Tapia with 10 kills, followed closely by Feliz with 9. double digits, 2 players for UIC. DeLucci with 13, Santiago by 11. Who else do we expect for UIC? Set near side Feliz trying to will Chicago State to a 5th set. Starts off hot. Knock if you buck. 1-0 for Chicago State. Back to serve for Chicago State. Near side. Severino, one of the subs, one of the few subs that Chicago State uses. Near side. And not able to get there. DeLucci and Ablena both don't give max effort. I'm thinking possibly that the other was going to get to it. 2-0 your score to start things off. Chicago State playing with a very high school club-like feel. Has the bench. Utilizes the players that are in the game. 1 set, still alive. 10-foot line. Just tipping over was Jones. Not able to get much behind it. Coach Triffany telling her players, don't try to tip it over. Get a bump. Get clean. Again, that's a situation we talk about, whether it's service errors or whether it's errors on the hits, such as that. Get the ball clean over. Force your opponent to make a mistake. Point, Flames, right back in it, 2 apiece. One of the assistant coaches, Mariella Trivanov, assuming relation to head coach Tony Trivanov. Was vocal on the bench that time. Feliz sends it sailing. 3-2 Flames. Chicago State again coming in 6-2 overall. 2 decisive wins that we've discussed yesterday. UIC still trying to find their footing in this early and the onset of this season. Santiago. Feliz. Abelhadi with a rare bump. DeLucci down. DeLucci kill. Mix it all together. You know you got the best of both worlds. 4-2 your score. Quick timeout to start things in set number 2. We'll take a timeout when we come back. The continuation of set 4 on ESPN+. Four, 2 Flames lead. Final game of the UIC Invitational here on ESPN+. Santiago with the serve. Far side, high return DeLucci. Slide attack, that one falls down. Point goes Abelhadi. Are they gonna review? They are. Let's see what the call's gonna be. As the replay crew earns their keep here today. As we have a situation with Chicago State where they don't want to let it get too far out of hand. Trying to get the coach's point back, to which they took that said timeout. We'll wait and see what they're looking at. Again, we talk about how last season, the spring season, UIC finished second overall. As we look at the replay, they were 14-3 overall, 13-1 at home. So already another loss. Maybe they were trying to call for a double hit. I don't believe it. "12 returning players this year for the Flames. Lost 5. I don't see any contact with the net, but albeit I do see the net now moving. Camera angle showed far side. There was the decoy. R2 already making the call. Let's see what they say. And point is going to go to Chicago State. So Chicago State, well-deserved point. As we said, from first glance, we didn't see the touch on the white sleeve against the white tape for UIC. But nonetheless, when you see the net move, whether it's the Ghost of Christmas Pass or somebody's sleeve, it moved either way. 4-3, Chicago State right back in it. Point goes Chicago State. Double hit, Flames. Coach Ingram having a few words again with the R2. As we said earlier, referee Paul Albright earning the paycheck today. Abelhadi. Can Calderon get there? She can. That one went far into the stands. Point Flames, 5-4. Elite Stastigi not able to get there cleanly. Sunga to serve. Back set. Tapia. Side spin. DeLucci, Feliz not able to get there. Neither is Calderon. Point Flames. 6-4. Haven't heard Bayamos in a few years. Getting the kill. Severino. Whoa, tonight we dance. Whoa, like no tomorrow. 6-5 your score, Bayamos. Calderon. DeLucci, that stays in bounds. Line judge right there. Always appreciate a good, forceful point with the red flag from the line judges. Inbounds. Sunga with the service error. I'm sure, as Coach Ingram will tell his team during practice this week, one too many times. One thing to note at home, both teams can take an affinity toward the silhouette of the Chicago flag mid-court. Far side, DeLucci, double block, still alive. Near side, break through the double block. Elite Stastigi, kill. Santiago, Feliz able to get there, but that one goes to the announcer's table off the tip. What a, sets 2, 3, and now 4. so close. 1 point lead for the home Flames. DeLucci. Slight flat-footed decoy. Ablena. DeLucci not able to get there. Ablena, I mean, she did the smart thing of after she made the contact, stayed still. You always want to allow your teammates to get around you based on where you were instead of continuing your movement to therefore then possibly get in the way of somebody else. Back to serve. Elite Stigi, service error. Checking into the game is Jones. And then checking in for the home Flames, Oldendorf. Ablena with the 4 Chicago Stars on the right forearm. I always feel accents as such are a nice touch. 10-8. Ablena gets the serve back again. 2-point lead. Double block. Ablena can't get there. Rolled off to the right. Checking back in is Severino. Joust, net, 1. Medieval Times, Severino. Dropping it straight down, folks. We're tied at 10 here in the 4th. Deep breath for Amandia before the serve. Set all the way back to Santiago. High off the double, but they're going to say 4 hits called against Chicago State. Again, for all the camera operators, or for those taking pictures, when the substitution happens with a near 2-foot difference between Sunga and Adelhadi, just a sight. Everybody plays a part, has their role. UIC very role-oriented team as the point goes to the Flames, extending their lead 12-10. But again, the reason I say that, and we have a substitution. Checking out is Severino. Checking in for the first time is going to be number 12, Kayla Malik. Malik from Spring Grove, Illinois, the pride of Richmond Burton High School. Far side, Santiago, down. But again, you just talk about 2 different styles. You have UIC, which is very role-oriented, methodical team. I have my role. This is what I do, what I have a specialty. Coach Trifonov for Chicago State. All-around players. I want you to set. I want you to serve. I want you to bump. I want you to dig. I want you to kill. Every step of the way, everybody has a vital part, just in a different format from that of UIC. Near side, double block. Slight tip over the double. DeLucci able to get there. Adelhadi. And they're going to call a double hit on Adelhadi. (13-12), Chicago State within 1. Looking over toward the bench, it looks like Elise Stigi is stretching. Not quite sure if she tweaks something. Chicago State, you guessed it, ties it at 13. Timeout on the court for the home Flames. Elise Stigi then coming off where the trainers were back into the huddle. Nice to see Malik in the game for the first time, 6 foot tall. Middle blocking, red-shirted junior. Want to remind everybody, catch the Horizon League all season long on ESPN3 and ESPN Plus, while staying up to date by visiting horizonleague.com. Interact with everybody at Horizon League on social media or by downloading the Reach of the Horizon podcast. Learn more today at horizonleague.com. A lot of great stories behind the scenes, as you will see on also UICflames.com. Cougars not even taking the whole time. Again, very club style. 10 seconds, take a breath, let's reset. You know, we talked about some of the key players, Santiago and DeLucci, for the home Flames over the course of the first two tournaments. Before this one, pair of players, DeLucci and Santiago, were both all-tournament players, one with the red and white invitational and Santiago with the top dog challenge. Pretty sure those may be the similar nod here today. That one goes out of bounds. Chicago State leads by 1. As you can predict, with the visiting Cougars, no retreat, no surrender. Call has to tip it back to Abelhadi. No lift called. Back bump, double block, still alive. Slide, and just like they started in set number 1, they're continuing it here with a beautiful slide attempt. Incline, textbook, back to Tapia. 13-15, Cougars lead by 2. They want 5. Incline working her way all the way to the front. Roof! You want to talk about staying fresh on the sidelines. Kayla Malik does not see the court until 2/3 of the way through set number 4. Roofs it like she's been in there all afternoon. 16-13, 3-point lead for the visiting Cougars. Back set, slide down, Oldendorf with that attempt. If that would have went the way of the Cougars, that definitely would have been timeout consideration for Coach Ingram. Santiago to serve. Right over the tape. Calderon gets it cleanly. One attempt. Left hand! The set went a bit far. Either way it works. Another point for Malik. She's all smiles. Claws on point. 14-17, 3-point lead for the Cougars. That one goes out of bounds. Another point for Chicago State. It is now a 4-point lead for visiting Chicago State. 18-14, your score. What a turn of events that University of Chicago, UIC takes the timeout in order to stop the momentum that Chicago State had, does not get another point. Chicago State keeps it going. Substitution for the first time for Malik. The whole game. Didn't have a lot of playing time as well. In the games yesterday, short 7 to 8 person rotation. But nonetheless, making an impact, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're Coach Trivanoff. When your number is called, perform. Number 12 was called a few points ago. She's done just that. Hands raised at the net. Malik waiting for teammate Feliz to serve. She does. 4-point lead against the Flames. Quick one set. Beautiful return, Feliz. Joust at the net. That one goes to the side of the Flames. Hard to play that one. Back to serve, Sunga. Hop serve. Decoy. Back row, DeLucci now it goes to DeLucci. That stays in. Patton and DeLucci, Santiago 1-2 punch. 16-18 your score. Hop serve Sunga. Off the double. Back set Abelhadi. Off the tip, Tapia. 10-foot line, Feliz! Feliz Navidad! 19-16, 3-point lead for the visiting Cougars once again. It was 4, cut it down to 2, back up to 3. Chicago State fighting and clawing their way to get 5. DeLucci. Calderon not able to get there. Point Flames. Substitution, Abelhadi out, Sunga in, serve specialist. Again, we have not seen Feeks in set number 1. Coach Ingram utilizing the Sunga twins for most of their serve specialists role. Tapia, Sunga, call far side, DeLucci off the double. Calderon not able to get there. Ooh, she might have hit chin first on that one. Let's see on the replay. Oof. Close call, glad she's still in the game. 18-19, Flames within 1. Sunga to Feliz. Inclin near side. All the way over, the block was there. Not able to pick up the pieces. UIC ties it up at 19. Coach Trivanov needs a timeout. 19 apiece. The seesaw battle continues here in Chicago as the UIC Invitational continues. We talked about both teams have a little bit of a timeout before they have to play again. UIC has the Chicagoland Challenge up at Northwestern in a few days. They're going to need every minute of that. Set 2, 25-23. Set 3, 25-23. All signs now are pointing at set 4 being the same. 18-14 at one point was your score, with Chicago State leading by 4. A 5-1 rally for the home Flames ties it up right before the 20 mark. Head coach Ingram telling the troops, look, we just came back in this one. We can send our home fans home happy if we can get 6 before Chicago State sends it to a 5th set. Not an easy task for Chicago State, which has played Inspire Volleyball the entire tournament. One kill, Almeida, 2019. Maria Lopez Torres, Tapia to serve. Hits the tape, still alive, call. 1 down, 1 kill. Give me just one night. Una noche. 21-19. The Cougars come out of the coach's timeout with 2 in a row. Back set. That one stays in. No stopping the Woodard on that one. OPRF zone. 21-20. DeLucci to serve. Near side off the double, still alive. Santiago off the double herself. Miscommunication there between the passing. Coach Trivanov is embracing himself. He is so frustrated at this moment. But again, that's why we play the game. 21-21. Joust. Able to get there is Feliz. Side bump. Tappy to keep it alive. Left hand dump attempt. Morgan Call. 22-21 after it being 21-19. 3-point rally for the home Flames. And a gimme point again for UIC. Their Achilles heel for this tournament. The service error ties it again at 22. Serving now, Laura Elise DeCG. Not able to get there. They're saying it. Oh, that might be a review. Feliz has some words for the line judge. He flinched a bit with that arm motion. Players are calling for a review, calling for a substitution. (23-22). Feliz, they're calling the tip against UIC. Point, Chicago State, 23-23. High likelihood this one goes extras. Boy, oh boy. Checking into the game again is Malik. And then checking right out. What a game. Call, far side, Santiago. Tapi able to pick it up. Near side, Feliz. Oh, what a play! Feliz again. Still alive, Feliz! Joust! Chicago State, what a rally! Left hand dump attempt, not able to get it up in Chicago State. What a rally for both teams. We are now at game point. 24-23, Flames lead by 1. It doesn't get much better than this at the collegiate ranks of NCAA volleyball. Near side, Feliz. Ablena sends it to the painting of the skyline. You're going to get bonus volleyball here in set number 4, tied at 24. To serve, all-star Jacqueline Inclon, the setter. The crowd grows silent. Slide attack, tip over, no lift called. Far side, Santiago sends it out of bounds, but they're calling tip. They're calling tip on Chicago State. The coaches, the fans, the players, everybody is in an uproar. Benches is up. 25-24. Boy, oh boy, we talked about it is a game of inches. It's a game of millimeters, folks. Santiago, set, game on the line. Misplay by Chicago State. That's going to be it. That's going to be all she wrote. 26-24. What a 3-set in a row ending for you viewers at home on ESPN. UIC comes out victorious. They fell in set number 1, 25-20 fun, came back roaring 3 sets in a row, 25-23, 25-23, and finally 26-24. Chicago State is beside themselves, but what a effort having a 3-0 sweep, then a 3-1 victory yesterday. doing every single thing possible to send this one to 5 after seeing how close sets 2, 3, and 4 was. Unbelievable turn of events, unbelievable volleyball. Folks, we'll be back here. Your Flames will be at home in a few weeks, the 28th of September against Green Bay. Back again on the 30th against Wright State. And then they start the month of October on the 3rd against Northern Kentucky. We thank you, we thank you all for being with us here this afternoon. Flames take out Chicago State in 4 thrilling sets. And again, as we send you off on this September 11th, we want to thank everybody. We will hashtag never forget. And this game, of course, brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Have a good rest of your day.